I knew it was wrong the second our eyes locked in my hallway. His shirt was still damp from the rain. His breath was shallow. And when he said my name, Teresa, like it held weight, something inside me shattered. He was 24. I was 57. His mother was my friend, my neighbor. I had watched him play in diapers, chase fireflies, graduate high school. Now he was standing in front of me like a man, tattooed arms, deep-set eyes, and a hunger I had not felt in years. He touched my cheek, just once, and I let him in, not just through the door, through everything. I thought I was just lonely, but what happened next unraveled more than just my body. It broke my boundaries, my guilt, and my peace. Because what started with a touch did not end at all. Before I continue, I just want to take a moment to thank every single person who has subscribed to this channel. You are the heartbeat that keeps this going. And to all our new and returning viewers who have not yet subscribed, I cannot wait for you to hit that button. Your support is the fuel that powers these stories. Also, do not forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about the choices, the emotions, the moments that made you pause. I read every single one, and your engagement truly means everything. Now, let me take you back to the beginning, where it all started, with him. My name is Teresa. I live in a small town in Iowa, where people wave at each other, church bells still matter, and secrets do not stay buried for long. I divorced my husband 7 years ago. He said I had become too familiar. What he meant was, I had become invisible to him. Since then, it had just been me, a modest teaching job at the elementary school, and quiet evenings on my porch. I watered my garden. I paid my bills. I kept to myself. Then Kirk moved back in next door. He had gone off to the city, lived fast, got tattoos, rode motorcycles, and came back. Changed. He was his mother's only son and my best friend Denise's pride. At first, it was just small talk across the yard. Then it became longer chats. Smiles that lasted too long. His eyes started holding something I had not seen in a man's eyes in over a decade. Admiration. Interest. Fire. One evening, I was pulling in groceries from the car, and I dropped a bag of oranges. Kirk rushed over. His hand brushed mine, and when our eyes met, he did not look away. He stared like I was not 57 and worn out, but like I was art, like I was worth desiring. I laughed it off. I told myself I was imagining things. Until the day he knocked on my door during a thunderstorm, soaked, shirt clinging to his chest, asking if he could stay until the lights came back on. I hesitated. My heart pounded, but I opened the door, and I let him in. What I did not know was that letting him in would change everything. Because that night, his eyes never left mine. His hand found my wrist, and I forgot how to say no. The storm outside lasted less than an hour, but the one that started inside me never really stopped. Kirk sat across from me in my living room, shirtless now, drying his soaked hoodie in front of the fireplace. His tattoos shimmered under the dim light. Bold lines, sharp edges. But it was the way he looked at me, like I was not just a woman, but the only woman, that made me forget how many years had passed between us. "Do you ever feel like no one really sees you?" he asked. I swallowed hard. My voice betrayed me when I said, "Every single day." Then there was silence. Not awkward, not empty. The kind of silence that fills the room with things unsaid. Things you feel in your bones. And then, his hand reached for mine again. This time, I did not pull away. I let his fingers thread through mine. He moved closer. Not like a boy who was testing boundaries, but like a man who knew exactly what he wanted. And I, a woman who had kept her dignity in check for years, just let the wall crumble. He touched my neck. He brushed a strand of hair behind my ear and whispered, "You are so damn beautiful, Teresa." I should have stopped him. I should have thought of Denise, his mother, my friend. I should have remembered my age, my status, my responsibility. But I was too tired of being invisible, too starved for warmth, too lost in the way he made me feel alive again. We kissed.
And it was not rushed.
It was reverent, like he was undoing years of rejection with every movement. I had not been kissed like that since my 20s. Not out of routine, not out of obligation, but out of want, deep, burning, undeniable want. That night became another night, and then another. He came over when the neighborhood slept. We whispered. We laughed. We explored each other, not just with our hands, but with our hearts. We shared music, secrets, dreams. He was only 24, but he treated me like I was precious. Not like a scandal, but a sanctuary. But the deeper we fell into this secret world, the heavier my guilt became. Every time I smiled at Denise across the garden fence, I felt my stomach twist. Every time I waved at Kirk in daylight like nothing was happening, my heart pounded. And one afternoon, that facade shattered. I had stepped out for groceries. When I returned, there was a note under my doormat. "I saw him leave your house. You should be more careful. A concerned neighbor." I froze. My palms went cold. My throat tightened. I ran inside, locked the door, and reread the note 5 times. My hands were shaking. I texted Kirk. He replied instantly, "Come over later. We need to talk." My mom knows. My vision blurred. My knees buckled. This thing that made me feel alive was about to destroy everything around me. I sat in my car outside Kirk's house for 20 minutes. Every time I reached for the door handle, my chest tightened. Denise's curtains were drawn, but her porch light was on. The house where I had shared coffee, birthday cakes, and Sunday gossip now held a secret so big it could crush everything. When I finally stepped out, Kirk met me on the porch. He looked different, not less handsome, but less certain. There was worry in his eyes, maybe even fear, but also something else, something stubborn.
"She knows," he said.
My stomach dropped. "She found my hoodie in your laundry room. She put it together." She asked me straight. I did not lie. I stared at him, speechless. Rain drizzled lightly overhead, but I felt numb. "She cried," he said. "She said she did not even recognize me anymore. Said she trusted you." I looked down at my hands, suddenly feeling the weight of every wrinkle, every choice. I thought about Denise's laugh, the way she used to call me sister. I thought about the casserole she brought me when my ex left. I thought about how I had crossed a line I could never uncross. "This cannot happen again," I whispered. "I cannot lose her. I cannot lose myself." Kirk stepped closer. "Teresa, I do not regret a single second. You made me feel seen. Not like a kid. Not like some lost man. Like someone who mattered." Tears welled up in my eyes. "And you made me feel like a woman again. Not invisible. Not forgotten. But this was built on stolen time." He reached for my hand. I let him hold it, just one more time. Then I pulled away. "I need to stop this before I lose the little bit of soul I have left." His jaw tightened, but he nodded. He knew. We both knew. I walked away that night. I did not look back. Not because I did not want to, but because I knew if I did, I would never stop walking toward him. The neighborhood never said anything directly, but I saw the stares. heard the whispers. Denise stopped talking to me. She did not slam a door or scream in my face. She just went quiet. And somehow, that hurt the most. I still sit on my porch sometimes, sipping tea, watching Kirk mow the lawn with his earbuds in. He never looks my way. But once, just once, I caught him pause. He stared at the ground,
Took a deep breath.
and then walked inside. There are moments you wish you could erase, not because they were ugly, but because they were beautiful in the wrong timeline. What Kirk and I shared was not fake. It was real. It was messy. But it came with a price. I lost a friend. I lost a version of myself I will never get back. But I also found something. The aching truth that desire is not always a gift. Sometimes it is a warning. And I heard it too late. If this story moved you, made you feel something, or made you question your own choices, I would love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment, like the video, share it, and most importantly, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support is everything. Until the next story, stay honest, stay brave, and stay human.